Hello, this is Wayne from Everything Dorset, and today I'm in Three-Legged Cross here at a relatively new business called Puppy Perfect Training. I'm here with the owner Claire, and she's going to tell us about her new business here. So Claire, how did you get involved in puppy training?
Well, it sort of was a bit organic, having been with dogs all my life, and my parents bred dogs, and we have bred ourselves quite a lot over the years. And I've had quite a lot of people come to me asking for advice, and I wouldn't set myself up as a professional trainer until I had become qualified. So it was just an organic thing that happened over the years, really.
Excellent. And you're part of a sort of larger network, aren't you? Is it IMDT?
Yes, that's the Institute of Modern Dog Training, which is a very well respected organisation, started by a man called Steve Mann. And there are a lot of people who are involved. We have a Facebook page called the IMDT members page, and the only people who can belong to it are people who are qualified, and also the trainers, including Steve Mann, are on that page. So we have a very good network. So if you have an issue, I will immediately go onto that page, and you get lots of advice from people who are more experienced than I am, or who've seen something that I haven't seen, and I say, what do I do? So the network is really good. It works very well.
Sounds excellent. So you offer one-on-one training. You also offer puppy classes as well,
Yes,
don't you? What's the difference between the two?
Okay, the one-to-one is generally often in people's own homes to begin with a new puppy, because they're not vaccinated usually till around about 10 to 12 weeks, and they get them at 8 weeks. And so I'll go in, and often I'll go in before they get their puppy to help them set up the environment for the puppy. And then we'll do 2 or 3 sessions in the home, teaching little things like sit and wait, and just getting used to the crate training and things like that. And then we will go out into the community and we will start to socialise them with all the things that we see every day, like traffic, like people, like umbrellas, like thousands of different things that you might not think of, and just get the puppy to just sit and watch and see what's going on around it.
Excellent. And what do you think sort of the number one mistake is that what people have with their new dogs?
Without a doubt, rushing. If you rush the training, it won't work.
No.
And you've got to think like the dog. Don't try and get the dog to think like you. A lot of consistent repetition, doing your training sessions in really small bites. A puppy has a very short concentration span, so you might only do a particular task for 5 minutes, 3 or 4 times a day. The other thing is, I do think that a lot of people don't put enough emphasis on what we call downtime. Dogs need to have a lot of time to just be a dog. Play, sleep. Puppies need up to 20 hours sleep a day, and often that causes a problem. If they don't get enough sleep, their behaviour will deteriorate, a bit like a small child, really. It gets tired.
Fantastic. Yeah. And you also help out with a dog charity as well, don't you?
Yes.
What dog charity is that?
Well, it's a dog charity that's based in Bournemouth called Helpful Hounds Assistance Dogs, and you'll notice that my golden retriever, if I can get her to me, she's got a peanut butter collar at the moment. Siri, come here. If she comes to me, I'll show you. She's got her jacket on. And so I work for them, helping to train puppies in people's homes for young people who have varying difficulties, mental health problems such as autism and some physical. I'm not experienced with people with training assistance dog for things like tasks like going along with someone with a wheelchair or opening washing machines, but what I can do is the basics with the puppy to get it so that it's bonded with its person. And also today I'm taking my golden retriever, who's one of our community assistance dogs, to the University of Bournemouth for their mental health day, and she goes along and people stroke her and it brings them down and so on.
Fantastic. It's great to get involved in that. And so when people come and have some training with you, they get a dog diary, don't they?
They do. This is for the puppy classes. So what it is a dog diary which I've created for these. I've got 8 and I've just got a 9th one. And so on the cover they have just their name, and then on the inside I will put a list of socialisation, which isn't just meeting other dogs. Socialisation is the whole community inside. Now that I have to point out that list has been partly created by me, but very largely contributed to by Helpful Hounds Assistance Dogs, who think of all sorts of things that I would not have thought of, because they're training assistance dogs, and so those dogs need to be very good in the community. And so that list goes inside with tick boxes, and just helping people to understand, oh yes, we've done that, and I do expect people to do their homework.
Of course, yeah. There's no point otherwise, is there?
No.
And another great thing you actually offer in between sessions, you're always contactable by WhatsApp or on Messenger. If someone is that in case someone's got an issue in between.
Yes, well, I mean, the thing is that just going perhaps once a week or once a fortnight is fine, but you know, things arise in between, and I offer a completely free extra consulting, if you like. Service for people contacting me saying, oh, I'm having a real problem with this, and I'm absolutely happy. I'm always at the end of Messenger and WhatsApp and my texting, and I will always respond quickly. If I am faced with an issue that I'm sorry about my dog, she won't leave you alone. If I'm faced with an issue of that I am uncertain about how to do something about it, I will either go onto the IMDT Facebook page, or I will consult one of the Helpful Hounds trainers, because they've in many ways got more experience than me. So I will always consult. I will never think that I can cure everything, because none of us can.
Not.
Yeah.
And obviously there's that famous saying, you can't teach old dogs new tricks. Can you help with older dogs who may have issues which need rectifying?
Absolutely, particularly rescue dogs. And some of the rescue dogs have come from overseas, from places like Romania, and they've been street dogs. You don't know their history, and so absolutely you can do plenty with them. So much of it is trust. However, I would never say that you can get anything perfect. And there are sometimes things don't work. Like if you've got a dog that's come off the street in Romania that's been on the streets for 4 years, 5 years, sometimes they just don't adapt to a domestic situation. So yeah, absolutely, older dogs and rescue dogs. However, I will not take on dogs that we call reactive. In other words, dogs that are likely to attack or have a history of attacking other dogs or people. That is a job for a behaviourist. And so if somebody says, oh, my dog, every time it sees another dog, it attacks it, I'll pass them over to an IMDT behaviourist, and we've got behaviourists, we've got people qualified in IMDT to do that, and we've got local people, IMDT local people, and it's a very supportive organisation. We're not in competition with each other.
No, of course, it's a different area of expertise. You understand that, that's great. And what sort of area will you travel? Because you're based in Three-Legged Cross. Do you go, how far do you go?
Most of my clients are in Wimborne, Westmoors, Ferndown, and Verwood. My puppy classes run in Holt, which is about 10 minutes from here, in a secure puppy field called Haters Dog Field. And I'm happy to travel about 20 miles. That's fine. But I wouldn't go probably to Southampton, or I'll go to Bournemouth if necessary, but there are other trainers in Bournemouth. But I wouldn't go to Southampton or Salisbury or Dorchester. It's just too far. No.
And just quickly, I see you've got lots of little devices in front of you there.
Yes.
What do they all do?
Well, this is called a snuffle mat.
Okay.
And this, you put little bits of kibble in for the dog or the puppy. It can be used as a distractor. Or sometimes if a dog eats too quickly, you can use a snuffle mat, and they have to use their nose, and it's a brain game for them. These are used as scent games. You start with it that way up, put a kibble in the middle, and then as they get familiar, you can turn it that, and they've got to work harder.
Yeah.
I've got this, which is a great thing. You put a treat in there, and the puppy has to get its teeth, or the dog its teeth in there to get it, and it has a dual purpose of being quite chewy, but safely so. Even though I would say never ever leave a dog unattended with a toy. Never.
No. Okay.
Because even the most strongest toys can be destroyed. This is a what's that?
Oh.
What's that? Squeaky toys. Some people love them, some people don't. I'm very happy if somebody has a squeaky toy that works for their dog, then I'm very happy, but some people are not keen on it. These are cones, and I've got bigger ones as well. So when we're doing loose lead walking in a puppy class or anywhere, you can get the dogs to weave amongst the cones. And then I've got rabbit balls, which
excellent,
are great. Very. This is peanut butter that we can stuff. Give me your cup. Where's your bone? Where's your bone? Good girl. Give me your bone. There's a good girl. There's a good girl. Give me your bone. Give me the ball. So you can stuff this with peanut butter.
Right.
But a word of warning, never use human peanut butter. Xylitol is what goes into human peanut butter, and it is poisonous to dogs. So this is pea mutt butter. so you get dog-friendly peanut butter,
excellent.
which is fine. This is a licky mat, which is tremendous.
Yep.
You put the peanut butter into, or banana, or
Okay.
a bit of cheese, or whatever the dog can have,
Yep.
and you stick it to the ground, and the dog will take a long time. It's a great distractor,
Yep.
and they have to work at it. And this is my go-to toy for a lot of puppies. They love it.
Yeah.
And it's not indestructible, but it's difficult to destroy.
Yes.
And also, it's a great tug. They love tugging,
Yeah, of
tugging it.
course.
Got a squeaker too. And also, this is a tug toy as well, because tugging is great. But
Yeah.
when you tug, we teach them when you tug, you always give it up to the dog.
Fantastic.
Then chew toys and treats. You've got to be careful what treats. These are from Oscar Dog Food, who are very supportive, and they donate quite a lot of stuff to me, and they're Oscar Pet Food, they're a local franchise. And ball. I was talking to you about normal size tennis balls for big dogs.
Yeah.
So for example, if I throw this, she will catch it,
Cool.
mostly. And if it's a normal size tennis ball, it can get caught in a big dog's
Right.
airway. So I never
larger,
use
yeah.
normal size tennis balls for a golden retriever, Labrador.
Good advice.
You know, they're the little things that I can help people with that they might not have thought of.
Excellent.
Oh, and a
Well,
long line.
and long lead.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
it's been absolutely lovely speaking to you, Claire, and I wish you lots of luck in 2024.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you, Wayne.